Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone going? It is 1 o'clock. It is Thursday, and it is the 2nd of July, and we are going to be focusing now on our Jeff Ed educational session, which is just going to be about simply planning and getting structure in place and putting cues in place for you at home to plan your week, whatever it may be. If you are in the one-on-one fashion, or you are in on our normal Jeff membership, I've got my stream up here, so you guys can ask questions, and I'm only happy to help you and answer anything going forward for you. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about obviously structure, planning, how we do that, how we infiltrate that into a calendar. It's so simple, but we don't have the tools normally to do it. So look forward to spending the next couple of minutes or next while with you guys. Please have some questions asked of what you're struggling with, and I'm more than happy to help you out. Be with you in a second. See you now. So we are back, and today, obviously, as I said before, we are talking structure, planning, and how we get around pulling together key fundamentals, which is going to make things successful for you going forward with regards to your training and nutrition and exercising. And the most important thing is knowing where you're going. I mean, if you think about it from a workday perspective, normally you have set meetings set out. You understand what you're doing from a structure, from this management meeting to this, or school drops. I've got to do a school drop when school's open, that is. I've got to do a school drop here, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And you sort of fit that into your day. And it's either ad hoc or it's quite structured depending on the person that you are. But in my experience, people have really struggled to plan their training, and training tends to come second. What makes our one-on-one programs very successful, but and what we're going to incorporate in our Jeff Together memberships is helping you guys plan a week and prioritizing certain aspects, which is really important. Why is it that we prioritize all the rubbish in our lives ahead of the goodness? So for me, my key fundamental personally is my health. And if my health isn't right, and if I'm not exercising and eating correctly, everything falls to the wayside from a regard of building a foundation for myself. So every morning I have to get up and go for a run to put myself in the right headspace to do a show and give the right energy and get the right messaging across to you people at home who draw on me. And that is my key fundamental. Directly after that, after I've done the show, I eat straight away. And I plan my meals out every single day. I know exactly what it is, but I just keep fundamental from a nutritional point of view in place. So basically, I've got what I love is I love my eggs. You know what I mean? I'll have lots of eggs available, lots of like whole wheat bread, etc., that I can access quite easy. So I know that is taken care of for me. All right. Then, so my exercise is in my diary every single day. What I do is I bring up my calendar, which looks like this, and I actually put training in my calendar, and it says gym run from 5:30 to 7, and I keep it there. All right, and that is there every single day. So it is a subconscious reminder of what I need to do every single day. Also, during the week, it keeps me from maybe having to go out at night and have a late night, because I've got a commitment to myself the next morning, and that's what keeps me on track. What I want you to do is, for these sort of calendar things, and I work with a computer, you could probably work with an old school one on your fridge or whatever you do. I want you to look at the schedule the week before, when the schedule comes out on a Friday, and go, right, I'm doing Sari's session at 6 o'clock, I'm doing John's session at 8 o'clock, whatever, and put it in your diary. If it's in your diary in advance, it is subconsciously committing you to what the process you have to follow for the whole week. It's so simple. And we all go, oh, yeah, good idea. But you actually don't do it. So why don't we do it? That's what I want to try and like sort of work out is why are we not doing that? So that is the key fundamental from regards to your training. So you can see I'm going to do 5 ahead. There we go. Some people have planned a month in ahead. Some people like simplified a week in ahead, and that's fine as long as you're getting the work covered. What tends to happen is people tend to try and commit too far in ahead, or they try and commit for the week, and then one day slips away, 2 days slips away, 3, and then you unprioritize and you're backtracking, and it's just an absolute nightmare going forward. All right. So basically from that train of thought, I want you to plan your week. Start today. If you haven't done your diary and you haven't done everything else, please focus on that. Get your diary implemented and just keep your subconscious mindset in the right place, okay, with regards to that. All right, so just getting onto that quickly. From that perspective, Michelle Rogers has just commented, so I planned ahead for July, but I got a lot of negative feedback on my post with my calendar and goals about people querying, why am I doing 2 sessions a day? I feel like an hour for me is perfect per day. Some core top-ups. I managed 50 sessions in June comfortably. Is 1 hour safe? I feel confident in my goals in July with clean eating. What are your thoughts? So, super interesting and super interesting question. I like that. Michelle, I wouldn't worry about what other people do. If an hour of exercise works for you, an hour of exercise works for you. We design our 30-minute session, so it's enough. If you push yourself for 30 minutes, it is enough for you to have a good result. If an hour works for you, it works for you. But when you're starting to go an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm possibly going to say it's a bit much. All right. But the way our 30-minute sessions are designed, they are effective to do 30. If you need to do another 30, that's why we give you the guided runs, etc. But most importantly for this is don't worry about what other people say. And other people, stop commenting on what other people do. Stick out their business. Mish has planned ahead. She's got a structure. She knows what she wants to do. She's got a certain amount of sessions she wants to fit in. And if she feels fatigued, she'll slow down and cut that and reassess her goals. All right. So that's also important. All right. Don't listen to what other people say. You focus on what your system works internally and what you feel is good for you. A good example is someone like Julie, who Julie loads up her system. She builds, and then she has certain trigger points in her body which start to give in lower back, upper back, and then she needs to go in for a realignment, get settled, recover, and then she builds up again. It's just the way her body is designed. I'm completely different. I can go very, very hard for a long period of time and then break for a week. So everyone's different. So find the system that works for you. All right. Hour is adequate. Half an hour is perfect. All right. Which is fantastic. I hope that answers your question, Mish. Just give me a thumbs up if it has. Right. So that comes to your training. If you are subconscious, it's such a simple thing. What I want you to do also is it's quite good to have a visual calendar with regards to not being on your computer. Computer is great because it pops up for you and it gives you a notification. Another thing that I want to install for you guys is a alarm system. So basically, an alarm that we can install onto your phone and wake it up, and it can be my voice saying, "Come on, get out of bed. It's Johnny here. It's time to go." Some people struggle. Okay, so that's what we want to install for you from going forward. But setting a nice alarm. Okay, if you struggle to get up in the morning, pick a song as an alarm on your phone that is going to get your vibe. Everyone's got a vibey song. Everyone's got a situation where they something which gets them going. Mine is Cedar. I love Cedar. And just this one song tonight just gets me going. I love it. It's what pumps me up. If I'm feeling low, I have it as my alarm. It goes off in the morning. Julie wants to almost kill me and kick me out the bed, but it gets me going. So pick a song from an alarm system that is going to subconsciously put you in a right situation to achieve a good goal going forward. All right. Just going on the calendar, I'm just going to answer some more questions over here for you. Stacey McCauley, should I do 5 or 6 sessions a week? Stacey, what we encourage you to do is we encourage you to do up to 4 and between 4 and 6, depending on how your body's feeling. Okay. Some people can do more, some people can do less. It depends on the individual and what your load is. That's why our one-on-one program is so effective, because we actually establish what that load is for you. And the amount, let's just talk on that, the amount of work that you do during a week. That is called load management. So it's all down to the amount of time that you're working and the difficulty of the session. So we normally rate a session in difficulty between 4 and 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 session is really, really, really difficult to handle, okay? Where you can't breathe, it's just ridiculous. 5 out of 10 is like manageable. I can still talk while doing the exercise, etc. And we have certain units, and it comes to a certain amount of load. But at the end of the day, certain people can handle certain loads according to where you are, and we need to figure out that fundamental. If you're worried about that, I suggest doing the one-on-one program, and we establish what that load is, and we push you extreme, bring you down, and establish the load that works for you as an individual. But if not, on the Jeff membership, we encourage that 4 to 6 times a week. If you're going to train twice a week, expect a result. Guess what, guys? It's not going to happen. This is why, like these isolation 20-minute workouts where they have these beep, 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 electric crows and stuff like that once a week. Come on. For sustainable growth, etc., you want to create a habit within your muscle spindles. You've got to have sustainability. So I would say between 4 and 6, depending on how your body's feeling. All right, I hope that answers your question. Berdine Williams always says, is a 4-kilometer run and then a HIIT session fine for beginners? Some people saying too much. It depends what kind of a beginner you are, Bernadine. I would start with the HIIT sessions and then add in a run on an off day. So maybe do a HIIT session on a Monday, run on a Tuesday, HIIT session on a Wednesday, run on a Thursday, HIIT session on a Friday and Saturday, etc. And then as you get fitter and as you get stronger and as your body feels like it needs to be challenged more, you can start doing maybe a HIIT session and then a 4-kilometer outside, or 3-kilometer, or 2-kilometer, whatever it may be. But you do that on feeling. You've got to feel challenged at the same time. But if you're doing too much, too early, too soon, you're going to get injured, you're going to break down, and your mindset is going to break. And that's what we don't want. Sustainability and balance is the name of the game. Okay. Good. No worries, Mishi. Great. I'm glad you got the feedback. Good. Yeah, Lee McGarl, 100%. Nikki Augustin, fasted training, good or not? Nikki, again, it depends on you. If I train in the morning, I train fasted, and I eat as long as I try and eat before 9 o'clock. That is my rule, and that's what works for me. Some people are different. Some people need energy going forward. If I wake up really early, which is at the moment, I sometimes get up at 3:30 in the morning just because of workload. I'll have something to eat at like 4, 4:15, and then I'll go run at 6. That depends on how I feel. But at the same time, it's cool to do fasted as well. It's fine. For me, I've never struggled with training fasted. It's all what I've always done. I've always get up early and train, so I can't eat early. But I hope that works out for you from that point of view. Sindine Cheeseby, brilliant idea. I'm going to change my alarm tone to my favorite song. Good point there, Sindine. So cool. Just wake up with a cool song and just get your vibe going. Lekker. What some people do is they set a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday song, and you can get different variations. That's a few. Rosie, good stuff. Awesome tip. Love it. Liesel Jonker Steenkamp. The one-on-one program is awesome. So said mine is energy to financial constraints. Liesel, you've learned your tips so you can stick to it. Okay. Stick with us at Jeff together for 200 Rand a month, and then just stick to that platform and keep your habits in check. All right. One more I'm going to read just from Sammy Westbrook before we move into our food planning. Samantha Westbrook, now that we started running again, I've dedicated 3 days a week for my Jeff workouts as I used to when I had a normal gym for strength cross training sessions to supplement my running. I do Jeff on my easy run days so that I'm not overdoing it on my quality run days twice a week. Consistency is key, and I love that I have your structure to help my running. That's awesome. So what Sam is saying there is, Sam, background, established runner, lockdown, came in, do our Jeff sessions to keep her in the mindset. Actually found out that her strength training she was doing in the gym is actually getting much better here in the Jeff Together sessions with us and filling that void. So she's managing her load nicely. And now she's going back to almost her good 3 runs during the week, but she keeps her Jeff Together structure to keep that strength and strength and conditioning up, which is going to assist her in her running. So Sammy, and you're managing your load. So you'll do a Jeff together in a short run or anything like that. Amazing. Such good feedback. And what I love about that even more, she uses the running structure for her 20, 30, and 45 minutes that we pass on to you going forward, which is awesome, which you get good guidance from me, working at different intensities, great music. Fantastic, Sammy. I'm loving that feedback. How amazing is this to plan for your fly high in July? 100%. Adult Krill. Okay, cool. So, guys, lots of questions coming down. Adult Krill. 6 to 8 hit sessions, 2 cycles between 35 to 50 pounds, and now 1 or 2 flow sessions. More than enough, Adele. What you guys must do is you must focus on, like a lot of the common trends is that we keep on going for like volume, quality over quantity. If you push hard, especially in the one-on-one program, okay, those sessions I've designed, and I'm seeing it more and more now that we're putting the one-on-one program into video content. So we'd be filming it like we're doing Jeff together with someone doing it and me instructing you so you can get a good feel for it. If you focus on that quality of the work and focus on your recoveries, my goodness, it's a good result. You just need to trust it and really work. Quality over quantity. Okay. Good. Haley Liebenberg. On the one-on-one program, can I do the 8 a.m. classes as my exercise, or will I do other exercises designed for me? I'm not good or motivated doing the exercise of my own. I really love your class. Just wondering. Haley, my answer to that is directly stick to your structure. Okay. On your one-on-one program, you'll probably have 2 Jeff together sessions on the Tuesday and the Saturday. Do that initially. Okay. You need to do the work in order to get to the results. It's plain and simple like that. If you're going to overdo, you're going to probably break down. But you've come to the one-on-one session for a purpose, and that is to get a foundation laid and to get a good result. Okay? We are going into detail. Those sessions are incredible. You have to get into your mindset to work. You can't always feel like you're failing safe on relying on a video the whole time. Get the work done, focus on it, and teach yourself to be responsible in that space, which is incredible that you have to do that. But so essential for the success of the program. And that's what makes our program so successful. Shay Scronfeld, this is a great one to lead into what we're going to talk about nutrition and how we manage nutrition. What does eating clean 5.5 days look like practically? Good question. Well, the reason why I developed the 5.5 day principle is because we are creatures of habit where we eat, we have a bad weekend, we wake up with a loser complex on a Monday and we go, today I'm going to eat well. And you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night starts to dip. Then you get to Thursday, crashes down. Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3.5 days out of the week, times that by 4, it's more than half the month. Okay. If you get into 5.5 days, you get into that 80-20, well, 84%, 16% principle of eating correctly. It gets you over the edge. You're only eating incorrectly for sort of like a day and a half out of a week, okay, which goes to 6 days a month. All right. So what that looks like is making the right decisions and eating accordingly for 5.5 days out of 7. It's ordering a steak and vegetables instead of a burger and chips. Okay. It's cooking cleaner, steaming your vegetables instead of roasting them in a lot of garlic. I mean, in olive oil, etc. It is having nice, clean breakfast instead of oily, bad breakfast. It's eating clean, making the right decisions for 5.5 days out of 7. That is the key, and we educate that. If you struggle on that on your own and you need that fundamental, again, go to the one-on-one program. We'll change that behavior for you, okay? But if you're not and you're here with the Jeff membership, follow the eating guidelines, what we're doing in our cook-alongs. Use those ideas. Probably about 12, 13 recipes right there now. Go and look at them. They are delicious ways to eat clean and healthy and make the right decisions. Cutting carbs at night, which is according to our thing, basically our principle going forward. But having the right fundamentals. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. Remember, Jeff is fabulous in making you get your crush training in general. Yes, 100%. Okay. So Is 5 HIIT sessions and 5.5 eating enough? Amy Bradfield? Potentially, yes, so if you are working hard enough. That's where the quality over quantity comes into play. If you're working hard enough, sticking to 5.5 days out of 7, you should be getting it. If you feel like you are getting to a different level and you need to do another session or a guided run, add that in. But you need to decide that for yourself. I can't give you that advice if I haven't looked at your body physically. I can give you an average and look at what should work. But basically comes down to those sessions. If you are working as hard as you can in these guided sessions for 30 minutes a day, you should not have to do another session. And that's where I put my structure in place. Okay. But if you feel like you need more and you want to challenge yourself more, of course, the body can always do 40% more. Right. Good. Fantastic. So, eating principles. Just to finish off on the training, I think this is a really good one to read out for you. It's from TJ Malherbe, who is an incredible physio in Cape Town, worked with a lot of international teams, athletes. TJ, she goes, remember, Jeff is great in getting your cross-training general body conditioning during the week. Runners particularly are poor in cross-training. Amen. And instead worry that unless they're running, they aren't training. First mistake. Amen again, TJ. Oof, this is gold. Hacking at the same muscles day in and day out results in injury. You'll run better by cross training. Well done, Jeff. Did you hear that? For the runners out there, Jeff is great in getting your cross training general body conditioning in during the week. Runners, particularly, are poor in cross training because they're used to the norm. It's what they're good at, it's what they stick. Okay. Instead, they worry that unless they are running, they aren't training. Okay, that is a key thing for me. Hacking at the same muscles every single day, day in and out, results in injury. Okay, which is why someone like Sam Westbrook had incorporated Jeff together sessions, because she's getting that strength and conditioning aspect of strengthening those major muscle groups around, so you can functionally run better, so your joints aren't taking a pounding. Simple. It's really well done. Well done. Good advice there, TJ. We love that. Laura Foster, Laura, going to be awesome. Okay, so eating. All right. If you are struggling with your eating to keep those principles to 5.5 days out of 7, you've got to prepare. You've got to get a system in place. You've got to find something in yourself to prepare. The people that go, oh, I'm going to order in for these ready-made meals and all this nonsense, like, it drives me insane, because what I want people to do is I want you to self-invest. That's why we have the Cook Along Live. We want you to make an effort with your food. I know it takes time, okay? Everything takes time. I got 2 kids that are under 4. They are a nightmare. It is hard. But the one thing that we do is we build our principle around our family. In the evenings, we sit and we cook together. And we chat and we have it. We got a very busy life in my family. I'll be completely honest with you. Jules will attest to that. We are going flat out. It's been hard with this. Filming in the morning, making sure that the kids are right, all that sort of stuff. The one thing we can come together is around food. Why can't you make it healthy? And that's what we sit there and we make a right choice. Okay? Make an effort with your food. Self-invest. If you know you're going to have a busy day at work and you're back at the office, why don't you just prepare in advance and take food with you? This, like when I personally used to coach a lot of people used to come to me, oh, I didn't have time. I'd go, shut up. You didn't make an effort. And you just didn't want to hear that. I will always be that person that will tell you the truth. And the truth is that if you do not make time for your planning and preparation for your day ahead, you will not succeed. Okay. If you do not make an effort, okay, you will not succeed. It's exactly the same if you're a guy or a girl meeting each other in a relationship. If one or two of you, if you guys don't make an effort for each other to meet up, go for dinner, court each other, there's not going to be a relationship. Okay? That's one of the things that made myself and Julie. She was living in Durban. I was in Cape Town. I was on a plane every weekend, or she was on a plane coming down here to make an effort to build the relationship, to build our foundation. And the same principle happens with your training and nutrition. Make an effort. Prepare. If you need to go to the shops on the weekend, prepare. Know what you're in for. Go into your diary. Write in your diary what you're going to eat that night. Monday, we are going to have chicken and veg. Tuesday, we're going to have this. Wednesday, we're going to have that. Wednesday, you're going to do the cook along live. Thursday, you're going to do this. Friday, you're going to do that. Simple. You know what you're in for, you prepared, and you make it happen. Okay. And yes, guys, times do get tough. And it's even easier now. It's even easier, okay, in lockdown. Because before, you could go to a restaurant. Oh, I've got a girls' dinner. I've got book club. I've got this. I've got that. What makes you stopping you if you go into a restaurant to be healthy? Sorry, can I have a 250 gram steak and a cup of veg? Thank you very much. Do you think the restaurant's going to say no? Especially now at the moment when they start to open up, they're going to make an effort for you. If you order a takeaway, order correctly. Make it happen. Why do you have to have a burger and chips and a pizza when you can have a beautiful salad? Or chicken and veg in a takeaway. It's just the decisions that you make. You know what I mean? And that's what people don't understand. We as humans do not want to take responsibility. And I don't expect you to measure everything up. Can I have half a tin of tuna and this and this and this and be completely anal? It's not sustainable. You just need to get yourself into a routine where you know where everything is happening. If you have got biscuits and stuff that is going to set you up for failure in the cupboard and you are a food junkie from that point and you've got kids at home, just don't open that cupboard. Put a sign on that cupboard saying, Jono, don't open cupboard. If you have got a sweet fetish, until that's sweet, you either chuck them away or you put them in your Jeff jar until they're done, and then it's done. Walk through the aisles, don't pick up the nonsense. Get your kids to eat healthily. Okay. These little things, I know how it is. I know what it's like to have small little kids as well, being there, and you cook a different meal for them or whatever they eat, and you walk past and you snack on it. Don't even think. That used to be our biggest thing. Fish fingers, whatever it may be, they're enjoying, and like these little things, you just walk past and go, delicious. It's in your mouth before you even think. It's your choice to do that. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the courting thing, Michelle. So, it's no excuses for me. We all have tough lives. It is tough out there. It's the choice you make with that nutrition. So, get in your calendar, plan your training, get it done, get your nutrition in. If you're struggling to eat and you forget to eat, put a reminder in your meetings, whatever, 12 o'clock, eat. A lot of people used to say to me in corporate South Africa that they that have meetings and they just run over and over and over and over like that. I used to say triggers, and you're probably all doing them now, whether you have Zoom meetings and stuff like that. If someone requests a meeting, and they say 12 o'clock, just go, sorry, 10 past 12. Why? Tell your boss. Boss Mary, whatever your name is, I need 10 minutes to eat so I can perform better. Is that okay? Or I'm going to come online for work at 9 o'clock because I need to train from 8 to 8:30 to make me perform better. You'll be alarmed what your bosses, whatever, your main line directors, whatever would say. If you actually tell them that, they will buy into you also. But you've got to plan ahead. And if you're not going to plan ahead with those snacks and everything like that, you stuffed. Okay. Sorry, what Lizelle Yonkastenka, what I've learned on my 101 now is I've got my whole family to eat according to my nutrition plan. Try not to cook separate for my kids. And it's simple and effective to do this. Cindy Cheeseby loves extra motivation and advice. Thanks so much, Joe. I'm here to help you guys. Make sure you drink enough water, 100%. If people struggle to get water, get a big bottle of Volpe and make sure it's on your desk all the time. Finish it. Give alarm systems. Yeah, 100%. Any other questions coming through? I'd love to help you out. Queen Bee, my number one tip for meal planning is to make a little extra for dinner every evening, and then I pack for lunch every day. I find it gets busy during the day, and I don't get to think about my lunch. It's cooked, and I just need to warm it. Works best for me. Lunches are always a struggle during busy work day. 100%. Unfortunately, I'm a sharpshooter, and I just tell it how it is because it is how it is. And we just don't make excuses. And that's the most important thing I want out of this, guys. You can't put yourself in a situation where you're making excuses the whole time. Get out of the habit of making excuses. Prep your diary. Know what you're in for. Okay? If you're doing a 101 program, and if you are a 101 client, I always say to them, before. Guys, please, the day before, take 5 minutes, look at your session, understand your session. Know what you're going to do. Do you understand it? You subconsciously, okay, I know what I don't really understand. Until the videos are shot, this is what you must be doing. I don't understand what this movement is. Instead of actually calling your coach, okay, to ask them about it, you should actually go into Google and go, what is a clean and press? What does it look like? Boom. And look at the movement. What you've done is there's self-investment. We show you the guidelines. You've got to do it though. But self-investment is the key to this whole program. And that is the golden ticket. And you need to understand that. Nicole Mann, wow, thanks, John. I so badly need to hear this. It's the truth. Unfortunately, we can't run away from the truth. Adele Krill, a battle to get watering. No excuses, Adele. Get a liter bottle of water and drink the thing. Okay. If it was a liter bottle of wine, I'm sure you wouldn't have an excuse. Okay. But a liter bottle of water is tough. You've got to get it in. Get a Jeff mindset. Love it. Yaku, for me, the planning for meals is easier. Struggle when I get hungry in between meals. Yaku, drink lots of water. Okay. Stop thinking about food and being hungry. Sometimes subconsciously, if we think we're hungry, it sends messages to our stomach to make us feel like we're hungry. We're not. You're not hungry. Consistency. Plan. Eat. Next one. Move on. Keep your mind busy. If you feel like you're getting hungry, go for a walk around the garden. Have some green tea, whatever it may be. Bite into a lemon. I don't know. Find a coping mechanism. That's what you got to do, and that's the key. Stacey McCarley, I've been applying my 5.5 days from Monday morning to Saturday morning. Cheat starts on Saturday at lunchtime and all day Sunday. Is that right? No, it's not. Stacey, if you are starting on a Monday morning, okay, your 5.5 days starts after Saturday lunchtime. That's 5.5 days. If you have your day and a half, that can be spread in between the week. I don't mind. But you've got to have a day and a half. Okay, so if you're going from Monday to after Saturday, don't start have your cheat meal on Saturday afternoon. And it must be after lunchtime. But most importantly, don't go for a day and a half and just destroy yourself. Don't go to McDonald's for a day and a half. Don't eat badly every single meal. Cheat. You're more than likely going to put in enough calories in a day and a half that you'll probably spread it all over the 5.5 days again. Just be satisfied with having something better. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a burger and chips. Just have like a burger and a salad if you want to. You know what I mean? Like, just make better decisions. And don't go and stop this extreme of big cheat, tight. Big cheat, tight. Just like, get the balance right. You know what I mean? But if you are starting on a Monday morning with 5.5 days, get to after Saturday lunch. Key. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Mildred, thanks, Johnny. Keeping it real. Insults and all. That's me. Godfrey, I need to hear this pep talk. I'm planning for your food ahead. Such a lazy forethinker. I want to vomit when drinking water. But you know why I'm so direct with you guys? Bottle water for each glass of wine. Shirley Skippers? No. 1 glass of wine is 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. Try that on your bum. Amazing. Guys, why I'm so strong on these principles is because we as human beings, we like to blame. And trust me, I've dealt with thousands of people around the world. When people say to me, John, your system doesn't work. So, okay. Did you complete this? Did you complete this? No, I didn't. Did you do this? No, I didn't. Did you stick to this principle? What did you eat here? Bam, bam, bam. Then you didn't trust the system. Then the fundamentals are there. I'm showing you the way. And that's why I'm so strong in it. You can't make excuses. There are no excuses. Either you're right or you're wrong. Black and white. It's like teaching our children. You know what I mean? Kids, this is how you potty trained. This is how it works. And we always have to feel like we fall back into that trap because that's how it is. We've got to educate ourselves again the whole time. We've got to learn about ourselves the whole time. Our bodies just get bored, man. 20 years. Imagine what, like, I take myself back to when I was 20 and how I am now. It's completely different. But I've had to evolve and keep on challenging myself in my body the whole time and just doing something new, but according to a system. And that's what works. let's get some questions. I did make sure I understand exactly how to do the exercise. What's the best measurement of weight loss? My scale's not moving, but I feel like my body's changing. Shay, my suggestion for you is to take that scale that you've got, open your window, and throw it out the window. I hate weighing. I hate it. Weight is a byproduct. Take pictures of your body, Shay, front, side, back, and measure from that. Measure your pants. Don't be obsessed in the scale, ever. If you're on the one-on-one program, you will weigh yourself once a month. That's it. And that's just for our data. I don't care about weight. Body shape change and basically our measurements and our clothes. If you feel better, you will be better. Why do we be obsessed about a number on the floor? Like it's the most mind-boggling thing for me ever. Why do we worry about a number? You should worry how you feel physically, mentally. It is just, that is the most important aspect that we need to do. Okay, so Shay, for you, what I would do is I would take those pictures and focus on those pictures, front, side, back. Take the scale, open the window, throw it out. Do not obsess about stupid digits on the floor that mean nothing. We focus on what we feel physically, mentally, and that is the most important thing. Okay. Shay, you're asking such good questions. I love it. Roger Love, planning is key. Cook extra for dinner and have for lunch next day. Awesome. Roger's getting into the flow. He's just started the one-on-one program right now, and he's really good into it. Shay, awesome. That's good news. Thank you for taking that hard bash, but it is. We have to be honest with each other. If you're not honest with your performance and what you're doing, how can you expect a result? Okay. Shirley Skippers agreed. With kids' separate meals, I don't do two different meals for myself and my husband. He's a meat and starch with veg kind of guy. So I replace it with veg and salad with my protein, then healthy doing is okay. I replace it with veg and salad with my protein, then healthy doing the day is this okay? Or any other tips? Shirley, you know what? I tend to do this sort of thing. Just keep it simple, man. If your husband is he's a meat and starch with veg kind of guy, you're a meat and veg and starch kind of person, at the same time. Just replace your starch, take it away, just don't eat it. But also, most importantly, all I'm screaming there, Shirley, is for you to get your husband on board with you. Say to him, listen here, this is the way we're going to be eating now. In the evening, we are going to be dropping our starch, and I need you to be on board so we can set an example for our kids. Boom. Are you with me? Or the other nice one to say is, I'm on this journey and I'm changing my nutrition. I need your support. Can you do it with me? As my partner, can you help me? Guaranteed he's going to say yes. Of course. We need each other's support. Like our community, we need our friends, we need our husbands, our wives, all that sort of stuff to buy into our system. Once that system has changed and that behavior change is there, result. So it's nice ways of getting in. Okay. Michelle Richardson, for my excuse was pre-menopause, jelly tots and slowed metabolism, but just maybe it's also the 2.5 tablespoons of sugar per glass of wine. No more excuses. 100%. The biggest question coming out of the last 6 months is, hi, Jono, please can you help? I'm premenopausal or I'm menopausal. Cool. Eat clean, train hard, base fundamentals. Done. End of season. Michelle, I can see that. Jelly tots, eating too much sugar. You're probably having 2 or 3 glasses of wine at night. If you're having 2 or 3 glasses of wine at night, that's 2.5 tablespoons. Say it's 2 glasses of wine at night. That's 5 tablespoons of sugar a night. Times that by 5, because that's just during the week. So that's 10. That's 10. Geez, what we sitting now? So we've got 5. Sorry, I'm just losing my mind now. So Monday to Friday, you're having 2 glasses of wine. There's 10 glasses of wine. That is times that by 2.5, 22.5 tablespoons of sugar. On the weekend, you're probably having a more, so let's bump it up. Let's say 30 tablespoons of sugar over a week, times that by 4 over a month. That's a thing of sugar like this. That's the excuse. Plus, you're putting jelly tots on there and probably carbs like galore. It's just a recipe for disaster. Can you see where you're going wrong? Guys, we all know the answers to this stuff. execute, man. And that's why you must use our community. We're here to help you, guide you through this. Execution, listen to the fundamentals, make it happen, and stop making excuses. Because the first people that blame us, and they say, and this happens, guys, in the one-on-one program, the program doesn't work. I said, why? Because I haven't done this, I haven't done this. I said, do what you need to do. If you're not going to stick to the principles, how can you get a result? Why would you want to cook a lasagna, a meat lasagna, and then put tuna in a meat lasagna? Would you do that? No, I wouldn't. Then why aren't you sticking to the principles and the recipe? Same, black and white, bam. And that's the way it is. It's so important. Yeah, Cindy Cheeseby, that is scary. Can you see with the wine and the sugar and how it adds up? And we don't see that. It's like hidden. For long distance events, cardio strength recommends, or both, half marathons, 100-kilometer cycles. Keen to hear your thoughts. Sorry. Jared, I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. Can you just rephrase that of what you want to do? Sorry, I just don't understand what question you're asking. Can you just rephrase that? How's it going? Yes, we got 3 more minutes left, and then we got to jump off. Your thoughts on fruit? Can you eat too much? 100% you can eat too much. Nicole, fruit is there's a lot of sugar in fruit. For me, I don't eat fruit after 11 o'clock in the morning. That's me personally. It helps. I have a carbohydrate and a bit of protein for breakfast and a little bit of fat, and then I have a fruit mid-morning. That gets my glycemic index running, gives me energy throughout the day. But if you're eating fruit in the morning, afternoon, dinner, you take all those sugars together, you put it together. That's why smoothies are a killer. You put them together. Then you have that day in, day out, day out. You can just check out that sugar accumulation. Burns up. Where's it going? That's what our one-on-one program does so beautifully. It educates you on all these things with nutrition. Guys, go do it. Do the plan. Invest in yourself. Learn about yourself. What you can gain in a month or two is just incredible. Yes. So thanks. Going to challenge my husband. Challenge him. And if you want me to talk to him, Shirley, let me know. I'll give him a call. Awesome stuff. Guys, any other questions? Last 2 minutes, and then we're going to jump off over here. I hope this has been informative for you, to give you a bit of understanding into what goes into planning your week from training. Look in your calendar, having simple cues. If you're really struggling with stuff, put visual cues up there. If you want something that's going to motivate you, take a picture of yourself or put a pair of jeans that you want to fit into and hang it up on your wall. Put it on your fridge if you need to. So every single time you want to go wrong, you see a subconscious mindset of something where you want to do. You know what I mean? It's just like basics. But it's just stuff that we don't want to hear most of the time. Okay. I hope it's been informative for you. Can we just bring up the gift? The gift voucher. So, guys, we've installed the gift voucher now. If you're sitting here and you think that you have a friend or someone that has a birthday coming up, needs our help, you can either gift a membership, a one-on-one program, a pair of socks, whatever, t-shirt, vest. It's available. It is over there on you can go onto the website and you can organize a gift voucher. It's amazing. The gift of health is incredible. This came from you guys. So this is super. It's a good addition. I'm really going to give someone who I know needs it, and they just need the commitments and someone to push them over the edge. So if you're interested in the gift voucher, go and have a look with that. We can take it away quickly. And then I hope you guys find this very informative. I'm very direct, but I'm very passionate about what I do, and I care about you guys. So it's my responsibility to impart this knowledge that I've got over this world. Happy days. Sunette Vassell, are you able to work with clinically obese individuals? I'm keen to get my sister involved. Sunette, we actually aren't at the moment because we have to go through a medical process, but direct message me because we are going to install a program like that, which is like a learn to move. But there's a lot of hoops you need to jump through with that with regards to medical tests, etc. And we're going to put those protocols in place because there is a market for it. And we'd love to help people. So direct message me, I'll give you some good advice there. Okay. Shay Schofield, thanks, Mr. Ox. I hate this Ox thing. It's stuck now. Hey, awesome, guys. Get out there, make a difference. For those of you sitting on the fence, go to the one-on-one program, get involved, educate yourself, invest in yourself. It is the best money you'll ever spend. join our membership. It's 200 Rand. You get all of this information. It's a joke. Okay, do it for us. If you've seen a post going out now live, please. I sent a post just before this with regards to our running platform and our big breakfast run the 18th. I'm challenging every single running club out there. I'm going to send another post out and mention all of them again, and just get as many people on board and registered for that run in 67 minutes. Let's do this together. I'm proud of you all. You guys are all legends. Let's change lives together, man, in this new normal, and create the biggest community of people just getting insane results. Honest, clear, connected, convenient, and flipping results. That's what we want. Okay. Have a lovely day, and we'll speak to you guys later. Enjoy your jet flow this evening with Kathleen. Recovery. Cheers.